आपको ये बताया जाए कि एक मिनट के अंदर आप स्टॉक सिलेक्शन कैसे कर सकते हो, वेदर इट इज स्विंग, वेदर इट इज पोजिशनल, वेदर इट इज इंट्राडे और वेदर इट इज फॉर इन्वेस्टिंग फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. So let me repeat myself. Within a minute, if somebody told you how to choose a stock, whether it is for swing trading, positional trading, intraday trading, or it can, यदि आपको ये बताया जाए कि एक मिनट के अंदर आप स्टॉक सिलेक्शन कैसे कर, also be for investments purpose, whether it is 6 months, 12 months, 1 year, also be for investments purpose, whether 3 years, 5 years, and so on and so forth. So let's deeply dive into how to select a stock or a bundle of stocks within just 1 minute. However, this video is going to be a little longer because I'm going to give you the exact process as to how you can choose a stock within a minute, but the entire explanation is going to take time. So stay till the end, because in the last 2 minutes of this video, I'm going to unveil that how to actually select the stock within a minute. But it's very, very important for us to go through this entire process so that you are actually able to select the stock within a minute. So let's get started. So ये बहुत क्लियर है, दिस इज वेरी वेरी क्लियर दैट हमारे को स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट या ट्रेड करना चाहिए. ऑल दोज हु आर नॉट वेरी क्लियर, ऑल दोज हु आर नॉट कन्विंस कि हमारे को स्टॉक में नहीं करना चाहिए या क्यों करना चाहिए, सो देन दिस वीडियो इज नॉट फॉर यू. ओनली कम एंड वॉच दिस वीडियो इफ यू बिलीव कि yes, स्टॉक इन्वेस्टिंग, स्टॉक ट्रेडिंग इज गुड. आई एम नॉट हियर in this video to explain you why stock trading or why stock investing is good. Only when you are convinced and then you feel overwhelmed, okay fine, I agree stock investing or stock trading is good, but how do I invest or trade in stocks? I'm overwhelmed. So that is where, if you are, then this video makes sense to you and to us, to make you understand as to how you can actually go about it. So just a few things before we actually get started. So एक स्विंग ट्रेडिंग होती है, एक पोजिशनल ट्रेडिंग होती है, एक इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग होती है, और एक इन्वेस्टिंग इन स्टॉक्स, मतलब वेर यू आर एक्चुअली बाइंग एंड होल्डिंग द स्टॉक फॉर फ्यू मंथ्स एंड फ्यू ईयर्स. स्विंग ट्रेडिंग होती है जहां पे आपके पास 5 से 10 दिन का समय होता है, व्यू होता है, विच मीन यू आर एंटरिंग अ पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक. आप अपने डीमैट अकाउंट में उस स्टॉक की होल्डिंग रख लेते हो. 5-10 दिन का, 1 से 2 हफ्ते का व्यू होता है, एंड वहां पे आप इधर प्रॉफिट बुक कर लेते हो या अपना लॉस बुक करके निकल जाते हो अगर आपका सेट टारगेट या सेट जो अचीवमेंट था, जो टारगेट था वो नहीं पूरा होता है. आप 5 से 10 दिन तक रुकते हो और फिर निकल जाते हो. पोजिशनल में प्रॉब्ली इट इज 4 to 6 वीक्स, 1 से 1.5 महीने तक आप वेट करते हो. स्विंग में टिपिकली जो हम लोग गाइड करते हैं इसके 3% से ज्यादा का आपको लॉस नहीं झेलना चाहिए, विच मीन्स दैट शुड बी द स्टॉप लॉस एज फार एज स्विंग ट्रेडिंग इज कंसर्न. पोजिशनल में 6% से ज्यादा का स्टॉप लॉस आपको नहीं झेलना चाहिए. आई विल कम टू द अपसाइड इन अ वाइल, दैट्स अ बम्पर थिंग वेयर आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू कि आपको अपसाइड कितना रखना चाहिए. इंट्राडे में 1.5 से 2% से ज्यादा नहीं रखना चाहिए. आइडलिस्ट 1.5%, कभी कभार स्विंग्स की वजह से 2% तक स्टॉप लॉस जा सकता है. एंड इन्वेस्टिंग में, बिकॉज दिस इज फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म, आपको अप टू 20% तक भी झेलना पड़ सकता है एज फार एज द स्टॉप लॉस इज कंसर्न और एज फार एज द लॉस कैपेसिटी इज कंसर्न इन इन्वेस्टिंग. इंट्राडे जहां पे आप व्हेन द मार्केट ओपन्स बिटवीन 9:15 टू 3:30, सो 9:45 के आसपास फर्स्ट हाफ एन आवर सेटअप देखने के बाद 9:45 से 3:15 के बीच में आप ट्रेड करते हो एंड यू एग्जिट. सो दिस इज लाइक 1 डे फॉर फ्यू आवर्स आप मान लीजिए. इन्वेस्टिंग इज 6 to 12 months एंड अबव. आइडली 1 साल से ऊपर अगर हो तो इन्वेस्टिंग कहलाता है. बट हाउएवर दिस इज द सेटअप. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट दिस इन टर्म्स ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर, इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रोसेस, in terms of framework. I'll also come up with that software in entirety, but I'll just tell you the framework. So the framework, now why do we need a framework firstly? मतलब हमारे को एक सिस्टम, हमारे को एक प्रोसेस क्यों चाहिए होता है? प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, सी देयर आर सो मेनी ट्रेडर्स, मतलब अप्रोक्सीमेटली आप मान लीजिए 5-10 करोड़ ट्रेडर्स हैं, उसमें से एक्टिवली 1 से 2 करोड़ लोग तो ट्रेड कर रहे हैं. कोरोना से पहले, 2020 से पहले, अप्रोक्सीमेटली 3 to 4 करोड़ डीमैट अकाउंट्स वर देयर. आफ्टर कोरोना, बिटवीन 2020 to 2025, आप मान लीजिए ऑलमोस्ट दिस नंबर ऑफ डीमैट्स इंक्रीज बाय 4 टाइम, मतलब 10 से 12 करोड़ हो गए. एक्टिवली मान लीजिए 1 से 2 करोड़ लोग अभी भी एक्टिवली ट्रेड करते हैं. तो आप सोचो, अगर आप उस 1 से 2 करोड़ में हो, दैट इज व्हाई आई थिंक यू आर वाचिंग दिस वीडियो और यू वुड लाइक टू वॉच दिस वीडियो इफ यू आर वांटिंग टू एंटर इनटू दैट ट्रेडिंग एंड इन्वेस्टिंग जोन इन द इक्विटी डोमेन. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, अगर आपके सिस्टम फ्रेमवर्क ही नहीं होगा, अगर आप सिर्फ यू आर जस्ट स्टीलिंग सम आइडियाज और स्टीलिंग सम thoughts from some neighbor or some friend or some YouTube or some influencer, it's not going to help. So you need to have a system. We call it the rule based trading, rule based investing, and we also call it a 4-tier pyramid framework. I'll just explain you what it means. So this is the quote here. Don't mind my drawing. The idea is to concentrate on the content. So यहाँ पे हम क्या कह रहे हैं 4 3 2 1. So I'll just explain. यहाँ से ये ध्यान रखिएगा 4 3 2 1 एक pyramid है which stands for 40%, 30%, 20% and 10%. So supposedly just imagine if you have 1 crore rupees, 1 crore रुपए है, it can be 10 lakhs, it can be 1 lakh, it can be 10 crores, it can be 100 crores. मैं 1 करोड़ का एग्जांपल ले रहा हूँ. अगर 1 करोड़ रुपए है और किसी के पास और वो उसको इन्वेस्टिंग और ट्रेडिंग में डालना चाहता है, तो पहली बात तो स्प्लिट करना है हमारे को बिटवीन इन्वेस्टिंग एंड ट्रेडिंग. सो मान लीजिए दैट स्प्लिट इज से 30-70, 50-50, 60-40, 40-60. अभी के लिए जस्ट मान लेते हैं कि हम 40% ट्रेडिंग में डाल रहे हैं और 60% हम इन्वेस्टिंग में डाल रहे हैं, मान लीजिए. So first system or first rule is कि how much of the 1 crore rupees when I'm putting into the stocks, अभी हम stocks की सिर्फ और सिर्फ stock की बात कर रहे हैं. For other financial products we've made different products, different videos. Please go and watch that on a YouTube channel by the name of Tag Investments, or you can ask help for other videos from our team from these given numbers, or you can basically find us in the chat boxes or in the यू कैन से डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स. वहाँ पे सारी चीज़ें हमारी लिखी रहती हैं. वहाँ पे सारे व्हाट्सएप नंबर, हमारी ईमेल आईडीज़, हमारे कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स लिखे रहते हैं. वहाँ से आप यू कैन से बुक अ स्ट्रैटेजी कॉल ऑल्सो एंड विल बी हेल्पिंग यू विद अदर प्रोडक्ट्स. बट यहाँ पे हम लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्टॉक्स की बात कर रहे हैं. सो गिवन के हमारे पास 1 करोड़ रुपए हैं, तो हमने ये डिसाइड करा कि 40% विल गो इनटू ट्रेडिंग एंड 60% मैं लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टिंग के लिए डालना चाहता हूँ. तो उसका ब्रेकअप हो जाएगा 60 लाख रुपीज़ में इन्वेस्टिंग में डालूंगा और 40 लाख रुपीज़ में ट्रेडिंग में डालूंगा. तो मान लीजिए आपने 40 लाख रुपीज़ जो ट्रेडिंग में डाले हैं या 60 लाख रुपीज़ आपने ट्रेडिंग में डाले हैं, उसको आप 4 3 2 1 लेयर में कैसे लगाओगे. सो 40% गोज इन लार्ज कैप, 30% गोज इन मिड कैप, 20% goes in small cap, and 10% goes in something called as micro cap. For those who are new to these terminologies, large cap is first 100 stocks of India by market capitalization. Mid cap is 101 to 250 by market capitalization. Small cap is 251 to 500 by market capitalization, the number of stocks. And micro cap is 501 to 750 stocks of India by market capitalization. टिपिकली आप मान के चलिए इसकी आपकी जितनी भी जनरेशन वेल्थ है, जितना भी वेल्थ आपको क्रिएट करना है, इन 750 स्टॉक से हो जाना चाहिए. यू डोंट नीड टू गो टू द 750 फर्स्ट स्टॉक एज पर आवर बिलीफ. Otherwise it just gets too much. But if you feel that 750 is also not enough, then I think again we need to recheck on the capabilities of each other. But 750 is let me tell you, it's too much of data to consume for an individual. और अभी हम बात करने वाले हैं अगले कुछ मिनटों में कि हम विद इन 1 मिनट उन 750 में से कौन सा वो एक स्टॉक है, कौन सा वो बास्केट ऑफ स्टॉक्स हैं, चाहे 5 हो 10 हो, हम कैसे इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. दूसरा, इसी 4 3 2 1 में यू कैन ऑल्सो अप्लाई अदर फॉर्मूलाज ऑफ इन्वेस्टिंग स्टाइल like quality, value, growth, momentum, volatility. ये सारे फैक्टर इन्वेस्टिंग होते हैं. तो आप ये 4 3 2 1 में वो भी स्टाइल अपना सकते हो. It's a tried and tested formula. It's a tried and tested framework. It's a tried and tested technique from last decade or so, which we have tried first hands on. Our customers, our investors, our associates have tried, and then what we tell you, this is a formula, this is a framework which is designed not to fail. What I mean by saying that is, ये 4 3 2 1 फॉर्मूला हमने ऐसे बना रखा है कि यदि इसको कोई अप्लाई करता है, इट जस्ट कैनॉट फेल. कितना सक्सेसफुल बनेगा, कितना रिटर्न देगा, दैट वी विल कम टू इन अ बिट. बट दिस इज अ फॉर्मूला विच इज डिजाइन नॉट टू फेल. नाउ क्विकली आई विल जंप इनटू दी फ्रेमवर्क. कि हमारे को फ्रेमवर्क मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन कर दिया क्यों चाहिए, कैसा फ्रेमवर्क दिखाई देता है. अब हम डायरेक्टली जंप करेंगे कि व्हेन इट कम्स टू स्टॉक सिलेक्शन इन टर्म्स ऑफ पोजीशन साइजिंग, ऑल दिस फॉर्मूला हेल्प्स अस. विच मीन्स अगर हमारे पास 1 करोड़ रुपए हैं तो 40 लाख रुपए, एग्जाम्पल 1 करोड़ रुपए दे रहा हूँ, तो 40 लाख रुपए हमारे को लार्ज कैप में डालने हैं, 30 लाख रुपए मिड कैप में डालने हैं, 20 लाख रुपीज हमें स्मॉल कैप में डालने हैं और 10 लाख रुपए मेरे को माइक्रो कैप में डालने हैं. इट कैन ऑल्सो बी वाइस वर्सा. इफ समबडी फील्स दैट लार्ज कैप हैज नॉट इनफ जूस एंड आई वांट टू प्ले इट अग्रेसिव, somebody can put 40 lakh rupees in micro cap as well, 30 lakh rupees in small cap, 20 lakh rupees in mid cap, and 10 lakh rupees in large cap. If somebody just wants to reverse this, so that can also be applied. But please understand, this 4 3 2 1 formula is customizable, but it helps you to stay within the framework, within a process, so that you don't go overboard on a particular stock or a particular sector and so on and so forth, or a particular segment. So I'll directly jump onto the solution now. Somebody who's overwhelmed with all this data can directly actually go to the Calendly call or the link which we have given in the description box, book a one-to-one strategy call with us, and we'll be happy to handhold you in terms of what this means and how you can go about it. Somebody who's not very keen to keep watching this video for long. So you can actually go ahead. I'll stop here. You can go ahead and book a call with us, and we'll be happy to help. For those who are still listening, please continue. So this is the you can say software which I'm talking about. Now, this has investing, intraday, swing, and positional. I'll start with something called as investing, which means that there are approximately 563 stocks which are giving signals out of the 750. This software or this system helps us to get signals of 750 stocks, out of which, as of now, 563 stocks are active. Since the markets are closed, so intraday is showing 0, swing is 233, and positional is 379. For those who cannot read, because I believe I'm on a larger screen, so maybe the fonts are not very visible, but I'll try and do justice. So now just imagine, I'll show you how to choose a stock within a minute, but just trying to give you that if you have the right systems, right framework, then how easy it is. Otherwise, it gets too overwhelming each day, each week, each month, each quarter, each half year, each decade, to keep on monitoring, keep on researching. It gets too much for an individual whose full-time job is something else other than trading or investing, and that should be it. You should just let the money work for you and not keep working for money indefinitely. So coming back to how this works is, so this gives you a signal of 563 stocks out of 750. It can differ on a day-to-day basis. This gives you the action column, which is whether it is buy. So generally we are long only persons as far as this video scope is concerned. So the action is you can buy. These are the stock names. This is the entry price. This is the stop loss. Entry price means at what level can you enter. This is the stop loss as to if you have entered at 752, for example, this is the maximum stop loss which you should incur, which is 631. Typically, it is calculated at the rate of 20%. So maximum stop loss can be at the rate of 20%. Current market price is 745. The target is 960. I remember I told you that we are talking about the losses. What about the profits? I'll just come to that in a bit. The peak percentage since the time the signal has been activated, it is 1%, and the profit is minus 0.85 since the time the signal has been activated. When was this activated? 15th of July 2025. This is just for example. Even if you are watching it, say 1 year down the line, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 6 months down the line, 1 month down the line, so it will have the latest date and it will also have the history. The earliest is 6th October 2020, in which this investor who had entered then would have made a 107% return, and this is still active. And that is what I meant by telling you the upside has no limit, while the downside has to be limited. In terms of position, it is 6%. In terms of swing, it is 3%. In terms of intraday, it is 1.5 to 2%. In terms of investing, it is up to minus 20%. So here it is. So the maximum loss what can happen is up to 20%. So here there are few stocks which have given minus 9, minus 10, minus 13, minus 14, but they are still active because they are investing stocks. They are stocks which we are going to hold for some time, and the maximum profit is 210%, and we are still holding on to it, which means that this system never exits until and unless the stop loss gets hit. And the stop loss, how it gets hit is, now just imagine we entered this at 4537 in the year of 2022, 27 June 2022. The current market price is 14,000. We entered at 4537. The current market price is 14,095. The target was 5535 when the signal was given, but it surpassed its target, and today it is trading at 14,095. Simply what we have done is we have trailed the stop loss. For those who do not understand what does trailing stop loss mean, what it simply means is, supposedly, I'll try and do some justice here. Supposedly you entered at 100 rupees. The software or the system gave you a signal that okay, fine, 110 is the target, or say 140 is the target, and 80 is the stop loss. In terms of investing, 20% is the stop loss, and say 40% is the target. Now supposedly this stock, after you entered, this started going up and it reached to 120. Now it will start giving the it will start also trailing the stop loss to 20% of 120, which is approximately 96 rupees. Now if this stock becomes 140, from here it grows to 140. Now it will increase its stop loss from 96 to 20% of 140, which is approximately 28,112. Now just imagine you entered at the rate of 100, the stop loss is 112, the current market price is 140. So even if the market was to rebound, you will still exit at a profit of 12%. That is how this software or the system works. So it is defined or designed in such a way that there is unlimited profit, and that's the beauty of this. Now moving on, this is the peak percentage, this is the entry time. I'll come to this. This is a wonderful, you can say, way of choosing a stock. the TGS score. This is the strike trend, which means that in case a signal of Bajaj holding was given by this software or by this screener, then every time it has gone right. I'll just come to that in a bit. This is also active in PNS, means in positional and swing. So while this is investing portfolio, this is the software or this is a screener which is giving you signals for investing purposes. But this stock is also active in the positional, which means it is also a good buy for a positional point of view. It belongs to the financial services sector. The sector trend is bullish. Uh, Now this is about the investing. Now I'll just try and tell you quickly about positional. Positional is where you have few weeks, like 4 to 6 weeks of time period to invest or to trade. So again, the minimum loss or the maximum loss which one can incur is approximately 6%, and then it is told to exit. So supposedly ITD, CM, Glaxo, all these two stocks were giving negatives, as in they reached its negative -5, -5.9, almost 6%, and we were told to exit. And that is what is rule-based system or rule-based trading. And the maximum is 47%. And it is still, we are still holding on. This was given on 12th of May 2025, Edelweiss. So it has gone up by 47.61. We entered at 81.84. The current market price is 120. The target is 89. Since we kept on trailing the stop loss, now the stop loss is 109, which means that despite the stop loss being hit now, we will still exit with a massive profit. And that's positional for us. And swing is where we are trading for few days. So again, generally the maximum loss which one can incur is approximately 3 to 4%, generally 3%, and then you are told to exit. And the profit is in swing also, it is 28, 20, 30%. So again, this stock we entered on 7th of July 2025, and the entry price was 39, the stop loss was 43, current market was 51. So now if you see, the stop loss is more than the entry price, meaning to say that even if the stop loss gets hit, you are still exiting with a profit. Now I'll quickly show you because one needs to understand the performances, and then only one appreciates. So this is about the positional performances, and this is about the swing performances. So this is the swing strategy, and this is the positional strategy. So I'm showing swing, we have the data of last 6 months. For positional, we have the data of last 2 years. So I'm going to show you quickly for positional first. So hold your breath while this is not anything to do with the future, but this is the last few months trend I'm telling you. So the maximum return from a positional stock, which is Voltam, traded 29 times, has given a 818% returns since, I'll show you the details also, from 2023, 8th of September 2023, right till 3rd of June 2025. And this part, this strike trend 79, means out of 29 times the signal was given, 79% of the times it got it right. And this is the entire journal for it in terms of its audited sheet. So you can see here clearly that what time it entered, what time it exited, what date it exited at, how much profit one made, how much losses it made, so on and so forth. All these details are there. And mind you, these are cash segments, which means there is no option of futures here. We are playing it very safe and mindfully. Similarly, there is also a downside to it. Now, Bharat Ras, out of 21 times, the strike rate 48%, so only 48% of the times the signals worked in favor, and it gave out minus 201% return, which means it almost shrunk the value by minus 201%. So each time somebody entered 21 times, so actually the wealth would have eroded. And in this one, it is 818%. Now, here the catch, one catch is that why do you need, how will you safeguard yourself from entering into such laggards or such losses, from these losses? So if you just see this strike trend, this is the strike rate. Now, if you just notice all the negative instances till here, all these things have one thing in common, that the strike rate is anything from say 45% up to 65%, which means that in case we have a software like this and we have a column like this, where we can actually customize this software and say, I only want to trade or only show me those signals which are having a strike rate of 65 and above. So if you just notice, from 223 stocks, the as I chose a chose a custom filter which is more than 65. Why I chose more than 65 is because then my probability of losses, at least as per the last few months trend, is zero. So here it is, I am left with 103 stocks only. Now I am still not convinced, and I want to participate only in those stocks which are present in the swing and positional category as well. So now out of 103, I am only left with 62 stocks. Now I am only interested in those stocks where the sector trend is bullish. I don't want to invest in a particular stock where the sector trend is not bullish. So from 62, I will boil down to 46. Now, I also only want to invest in something which is latest, which means I only want to invest which has been today or yesterday maximum. So here out of 200 plus, I've boiled down to 17. Now, as I told you, if you remember, I told you something called as a TGS score. Now, I'll just come to that in a bit. Now, TGS score helps us to say that, okay, fine, anything between above than 65 again. It means the software has checked a parameter called the valuation, the company quality, whether there is momentum, whether there is price action in it, and it has checked those various parameters and then given me a signal. And that is how, in less than 1 minute, I come down and boil down to just one particular stock. So that was a little bit from our side in terms of how to actually choose a stock in less than a minute. I understand that the explanation did take a lot of time because I wanted to give you a complete maths around it and the entire process around it. But that's how you can do it. And just imagine, once you do this, I'll just show you the magic. Now, if I just show you here, and if I put a TGS score, say more than 65 here. So if you just see, now this is the profit percentage. This is the universe of 55 stocks. Never ever given a negative return except for one, which has just we've entered on 2nd of February 2025, and the maximum return is 103%. Now imagine out of this 55 stocks, even if you didn't you weren't the experts, even if you did a hit and trial, even if you just randomly put your money into say 5 or 10 stocks, so just imagine, some of them would have been in the 5-10% bracket, some of them would have been in the 30-40% bracket, some of them would have been in the 80-90% bracket as well. Collectively, you would have made a lot of money and a good return overall without analyzing any charts, without spending your time on various YouTubers, on various influencers. Sorry, like I also fall under one of the categories, but here the idea is that you don't have to have multiple applications, you don't have to follow multiple WhatsApp, Telegram channels, you don't have to watch multiple you can say YouTubers or influencers. You don't have to go through a lot of articles. You don't have to look at charts and charts. I really feel sorry for those people who are not interested, but they are still looking at charts just because they find, okay, fine, I'll find something. It doesn't happen that way. There is already lots and lots of you can say technology, lots and lots of resources put into such systems, and then we come up with such systems for you. And this mechanism which I've told you, this has taken us more than a decade. While I told you, I told all these things within few minutes or maybe less than 10 minutes, explained about the 4-3-2-1 formula. This has taken us more than a decade to devise this formula, try and test it out, and then bring it in front of you. So obviously, it's not that simple that, okay, I told you, I tell you 4-3-2-1, I tell you this software. The story starts from here, but the point is in the execution. One is in the planning, the second is in the execution, and third is in the allocation. So we call it the PEA formula. And obviously, you should have a little bit of knowledge, which we also intend to give during the engagement with us. So the idea here is, once you know these things, it is time for application and speed up your journey from X to 10X. In case you think we are doing a good job, do like, share this video with as many people as possible so that they can also get some sense about how to actually invest into the stock market, whether it is swing, whether it is positional, whether it is intraday, or whether it is for investment purposes. Till then, thank you so much. Namaskar and Jai Hind.